So hello students. So today's topic is eutrophication. So what is meant by eutrophication? So this is the process in which water receives the excess of nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus that stimulate the excessive plant growth, which cause the algal bloom. That means the excessive growth of the algae. In another way, we can define it as it is a chemical enhancement of a freshwater bodies with excessive nutrients like especially inorganic plants nutrients like a nitrate and phosphate. So this is also called as a eutrophication. So what are the cause of eutrophication? Firstly, that is hypoxia. Hypoxia is a condition in which the oxygen, we call it as the oxygen shortage condition, because the excessive algae grown in a aquatic in water or which consume the most of the oxygen. Due to that, the scarcity of the oxygen occur, that is percentage of oxygen is reduced in a freshwater bodies. Secondly, algal bloom, that is also excessive growth of algae is called as algal bloom. What are the cause? So first cause is a poor sewage treatment. If we discharge directly the sewage or the water, polluted water in the freshwater bodies, which cause the algal bloom or eutrophication. Second one is a detergents. So detergent contains the compounds of phosphorus, which acts as the nutrients for all the algae. It causes the algal bloom. Third one is agricultural activities. So we use different chemicals like insecticide, pesticide, bactericides in the farms. Similarly, some of the chemical fertilizers. So finally, it reaches to the aquatic, like aquatic life, like a pond, river water, lake water, and it again due to that there is a increase in nutrients and which increase the growth of algae. Next one is a natural accumulation of the we can say nutrients. So naturally some of the nutrients are accumulated in the water bodies, that may also cause the algal bloom, and atmospheric harmful nutrients are also deposited in the water bodies. These are the cause of the eutrophication. So now here is the picture from which we can clearly understood the eutrophication. So initially the nitrogen and phosphorus, which is increase in the water bodies, okay, which cause the algal bloom, that is excessive growth of algae. When the algae get death, it can decompose, its body get decomposed by the microorganism, and for the decomposition they use the oxygen from the water, that is called as a dissolved oxygen. So after decomposition, the condition that is hypoxia will occur. Okay, that is the as the maximum oxygen, dissolved oxygen used by the microorganism to decompose these dead plants. So there is a shortage of oxygen. That condition is called as a hypoxia. That is the oxygen shortage condition. Okay, so this is eutrophication. Now we will discuss the effects of eutrophication. So what are the effects of eutrophication? So first one is algal growth. We know that due to the nutrients, the algae grows very fastly. It's from algal bloom. So due to this algal bloom, there is a foul smelling of the phytoplants. The plants, that is the aquatic plants, due to the foul smell because of this algal bloom. Thirdly, it reduces the water clarity. Definitely, due to the algal bloom, the clarity of the water is reduces. Ultimately, it diminishes the quality of the water. It affects the quality of water, and finally, ultimately, it affects the health of the living organism. Okay. Now, secondly, it reduces the light penetration. We know that the aquatic plant also require sunlight for the process of photosynthesis. So due to the reduce in water clarity or water quality, the and algal bloom, the sunlight not reaches up to the aquatic plant, and it reduce the rate of photosynthesis. Okay, this is the first reason. Now next one is, as the nutrients increase in the water bodies, it may cause growth of a algae, which cause the algal bloom. We know that as the excessive algae grow, after their death, the algae get decomposed, and for decomposition is used the oxygen from the water, that is a dissolved oxygen, to decompose the dead bodies or dead part or organic matter. So what happened? So due to that, there is an increase in biological oxygen demand. So BOD. So BOD is a condition in which the oxygen is utilized by the organic matter present in a water to decompose it. That is called as the biological oxygen demand. So the demand is increases, as due to the biological oxygen demand, maximum oxygen is increase in a decomposition, and it cause the hypoxia, that is a shortage of oxygen, and ultimately the aquatic animal die due to the lack of oxygen, and finally the ecosystem collapse, that is ecosystem die. These are the effects of the eutrophication. Okay, now next one is how to control the eutrophication. What are the control measures of the eutrophication? Let us discuss one by one. First of all, minimize the pollution sources. So this is the first thing which we have to do. We have to minimize the pollution. Second one is introduce the organism in a wastewater that feed on algae. Some of the organisms which feed on algae, we have to introduce it in a water body so that they eat the algae, and due to that the algal bloom is not occur, that is excessive growth of algae will not occur. So in this way we can control the eutrophication. Second one is we have to educate the people. If we people are aware about the eutrophication or what are the hazardous effect of eutrophication, definitely they will not dump these materials like waste, agricultural waste, or we can say other waste or organic matter in the freshwater bodies. Now next one is a uh, posing rule to regulate waste. So we have to regulate some of the rules, that how to we can say dump or how to release the waste in the freshwater bodies. We have to release it after a proper water treatment. Now next one is restoring the surface population. That means remove the nitrogen. We know that nitrogen enhance the growth of these aquatic plants, so we have to remove the nitrogen also. Some of the processes like a denitrification, and filter out the suspended solids. If some of the suspended solid in water bodies, we have to filter out it. In this way we can also reduce it. Now improve the quality of water. These are the some of the control measures. Now next one is the organic farming. So instead of using chemical fertilizers and chemical pesticide, insecticide, if we use organic farming like composting and biofertilizers, if we use instead of the chemical fertilizer, then in this way we can reduce the eutrophication by minimizing the nitrogen and phosphorus in a water bodies. Reduce the use of chemical fertilizer. As I already told you, instead of chemical fertilizer, try to use the biofertilizers, so we can reduce the rate of eutrophication. Now next and last one is a proper sewage treatment. So before discharging the sewage into a freshwater body, it should be properly treated, so that the whatever the we can say pollutants, that is which minimize the level of oxygen or some of the nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus compound or some suspended solid, we have to remove it initially and then discharge the sewage in a freshwater bodies. So these are the control measures of the eutrophication. So I hope you understand the concept eutrophication. So this is a very useful concept, not only biology, chemistry, but also civil engineering students who are in final year. They are having their subject, that is EPRS, environmental pollution and rural sanitation. So one of the topic is there, eutrophication. So I hope you understand. So thank you. If you understand and if you like, then subscribe my channel and share this video. So thank you.